Hey, welcome in, welcome in. I should probably stop the laundry. Hold on, because I feel like I just ruined the laundry. Anyway, hey, welcome to Advice Alien. I am the Advice Alien, and today we're going to look at our advice. I'm giving unsolicited extraterrestrial advice. That's an extraterrestrial. Okay, I shouldn't call myself that. Because I'm doing this with good intentions. I am doing this with good intentions. It's just, I'm not a professional by any means whatsoever. However, I am an alien, and I'm here to help you guys out and give some good advice. Yeah, just remember, I'm not a professional, and let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, so the first one we're looking at is I declined an amazing job offer because I hated the hiring manager. Nice. I declined an amazing job offer because I hated the hiring manager. Background: a recruiter has been trying to recruit me to a competitor for months. And at first I was hesitant, but he eventually managed to drill up enough interest for me to agree to a phone call with the hiring manager, who also heads up a jurisdiction very close to me. Now, this hiring manager and head of the other jurisdiction of a very successful man, and I have only ever heard good things about him. So more than anything, I was excited to speak to someone who had been so successful in my industry. Oh my god. I need shorter ones. Yeah, always trust your gut. I'm sorry, I didn't really help with that one. I feel emotionally drained. Should I break up? My 23 male girlfriend, 22 female. I hate that. I don't want to say shit like that. Okay. My girlfriend have been, and I guess, have been dating for almost a year and a half. We had a fairy tale like beginning and instantly fell for each other. We spend nearly every day together, sleep over at each other's every night. She's kind and loving, but I've had this gut feeling for our entire relationship that prevents me from fully trusting her. Oh yeah? Well, let's see what that's all about. She has a lot of guy friends, and it's always bothered me. Not because I don't believe that men and women can't be friends, but the way she acts makes me uncomfortable. It started when we were looking at Instagram together, and my team had lost, so she swiped up on her old coworker's story, and that's how she's glad his team beat mine. Later, she was attending a conference that he was as well, and she kept telling me how she excited she was to see him there, and was texting him about how they got drunk together when they worked with each other. When I tried to ask who this guy is, she kind of mocked me with a girly voice and said, "He's a coworker." Later, I found that they had text kind of often, and she'd get very personal with him about their lives, and I told him that she broke up with her last ex because she knew his ego couldn't take it. Dude, you can't, if you need to kind of back off from the relationship and check yourself. You're 23. Dude, she's 22. She's got a life to live. If she doesn't want to be tied down to anything, don't fall in love with her and just chill, you know? Now, I'm not a professional or anything, but I want you to be happy, bro. Okay, let's keep reading, actually. Later, I found that they'd text kind of often. She'd get very personal with him about their lives and told him that she broke up with her last ex because she knew his ego couldn't take it. One time I was watching reels on her phone. She yanked it out of my hand. Also, she has a guy friend back home who sends her reels about how he's in love with her and would take the chance if she got it. And when I asked her to stop talking to him, she refused to because he's a friend and she doesn't want to cause any issues between her mom and this guy's mom. Okay. Also took her out to the bar one night, and this guy came up and started talking to us. And after getting back home while I'm preparing dinner for us, she says, "Oh, that guy was so funny. Let me see if I can find his Instagram." And since this was her first time at a bar, she kept walking away to text one of her other guy friends about how she's at a bar now. This happened like 3 or 4 times. Okay. Recently, one of her other coworkers was getting flirty with her, which she told me, and he even had the audacity to come by my office and ask one of my other coworkers how long my girlfriend and I had been together. It bothered me because after I expressed how odd this is, she still went to help him with some paperwork and went to the DMV with him to get his license. She told me she was on her way there. But when I told her that one of the girls I worked with asked me out and invited me to have a cocktail night with her, I left her on red. My girlfriend said she didn't know if she could move past this, even though I never hang out with the girl and talk about non-work related things. I have several stories like this where I've simply felt like an option for her. I love her. How long have you all been together? A year and a half. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm not judging. But if you know, you know. You know? There's several stories like this where I've simply felt like an option for her. I love her. I just feel like any relationship, we have our good moments. But honestly, I can't seem to shake off this gut feeling, and I don't know what to do. She's my first love, and I do care about her. But I've just been feeling so emotionally drained because I don't feel like a priority. This is where you need to work on yourself. You got your whole life ahead of you. You're 23. If this doesn't work out with this girl, use this as like a launching pad to like be your best version of yourself. You know what I mean? Like, who are you? You know, what are you bringing to the table? You know, just be someone that, you know, she wants to hang out with. You know what I mean? Don't show up chocolate chip. Don't get attached. Don't get attached. Just learn from it, you know? Need advice about life. All right. I haven't told anyone about this in real life because I'm worried about being judged. I'm 20 years old in the National Guard military, and I'm a mechanic and training at Goodyear. I've been really depressed lately, and I've been really good at my military duties. I've been good at my job. I have a good PT score of 527, and I go to the gym almost every night after work. Good on you, bro. Good on you. That's good. I've been thinking of whether or not I should pursue something I'm actually passionate about instead of the jobs I'm currently working. I'm really passionate about fitness, and I was passionate about video editing for most of my life. I haven't been doing any editing in a while, which makes me sick to my stomach. Does anyone have any advice? Yeah, dude, get your camera, start filming yourself at the gym, and then, you know, make vlogs out of it. That's all you have to do. And then just kind of put your own personal flair into it and start branding yourself. That's all you have to do. It's easy. By the way, this video is sponsored by myself. I have a sponsor today, and it's me sponsoring myself. It's my Twitch channel. It's the Advice Alien Show over at twitch.tv/advicealien. Dude, I am having the time of my life there. If you guys want, you can call in and actually talk to me. And we have a blast so we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, twitch.tv/advicealien. Hope to see you there. 34 and feeling socially stunted when it comes to women. Not sure how to even begin changing that. I'm 34 and sometimes I feel like I'm living in a weird gap between two realities. Online, I can hold a conversation, be witty, connect with people, including women, on chat apps or DMs, and it feels easy, even fun. But in real life, I shut down. I get awkward, my mind breaks, my mind blanks, and I could default to short, polite exchanges before finding an excuse to leave. My dude, you gotta get that shit under control. Let's do the, what is it called? It's like the breath rule. I do it every time I record. I used to get really nervous behind the camera. Like, I didn't even want to like talk to the camera. So what I would do is I would like count to 5. I would breathe, and then I would think of, you know, just question. All you have to do is get people talking about themselves. That's like the best part, you know? I've never been on a date, never had a girlfriend, never had a deep one-on-one interaction with a woman in person that wasn't purely professional. And the older I get, the more alien feels like everyone else got to practice and grow in this area while I stayed stuck in neutral. It's not that I don't want to change it, I do. I've built up so many mental blocks around it that the idea of starting now feels overwhelming. Okay, so there's this part in Dragon Ball Z where Gohan was fighting Cell, and he has so many doubts in his head, and Goku's talking to him from King Kai's planet, and he says, Gohan, just erase your doubts. And it's true. That's all you have to do. It's a lot easier said than done, but it can be done. Just watch that episode of Dragon Ball Z. I think that's a really great example of what I'm talking about there. If anyone else has been in this kind of place, late 30s, little to no offline experience with women, and found a way to grow out of it, I'd really appreciate hearing how you started, even if it was messy at first. When you find the right person, you will know. Now, what I mean by that is you're going to run into different types of people in your life. And I don't want you to get attached to any of them. And this is the reason why. You get to this point where you're going to start like psychoanalyzing everything that you do. And this is me coming to you from personal experience. On my old home planet, I would always just, you know, mindlessly like date women. And I was so horrible at it at first. I moved to a new city and, I was so awkward, dude. I mean, more so than I am now. I have no idea how I, you know, ended up in a relationship, but, you know, the thing is, you just live and learn. You grow from each experience, and then you just kind of don't let it define you and be the person that you want to be. Don't spiral into self-doubt. I saw that you wrote that. I don't think that's a very healthy thing to do. Dude, just erase the self-doubt. Easier said than done, but just honestly, think of it this way. Life is short. Life is not guaranteed the next day. So, you gotta live your best life every day. Sometimes you just gotta find your alien costume. Alright. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to push it too much. I still need to be resting. I'm gonna cut this one a little short today. I am also a one-man team. So if anybody wants to help me edit, that would be really cool. I'm looking for any help I can get with this. This video is sponsored by me and my talk show. You can find me over on twitch.tv/advicealien. And over there, we have like an open call-in show where people can call in and talk to me. I have a lot of fun there. But here on YouTube, I want to just entertain y'all and just put out, you know, fun videos and stuff. That's kind of going to be the goal of my channel. I really want to make myself, you know, have fun. I want to be able to support my family. I want to be able to have a house with my wife. I want to do all that, and I want to have fun doing it because I almost died recently. I almost lost my life, and here I am talking to you on this planet, this human being that I've taken over, and all this. I don't know what the story is with the aliens. It's just like whatever. But here I am talking to you, just genuinely letting you know I'm here to entertain you, and I want to help you guys out. But for right now, this has been the first episode of Our Advice Alien, and I really appreciate you tuning in. I hope you have an amazing night, and there'll be more of this to come. I just gotta figure out the groove and whatnot. So, yeah, enjoy yourselves and have a good night. And remember, do not snitch on yourself. All right, later.